style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Look at this cool ass notebook I got.
I like that.
We gotta do this episode. We're close. I don't know when the kids are closed. Actually.
Yeah, it looks like you could. You got that from a Gideon for sure.
I got it from Ren Fair this week.
Dude, how was that?
Ren Fair was nuts.
Nuts.
Tell us about it.
Get on the mic. What are you doing?
Oh, we start?
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, clap sort of.
Yeah, we're back, dogs. What's
What's up, boys?
What's up?
We got Boze with us. We got Twitter
Oh,
Master Boze with
Boze.
us. Welcome back to the cast, brother.
Yes, sir.
Dalton's actually here.
I'm here.
No
Jeez,
traffic.
no
stop.
traffic. No light bar issues.
No dead battery.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Glad to have you back, brother.
Here in the flesh.
Good to be here.
So, Ren Fair. Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to Renaissance Fair last weekend.
How was
Nuts.
that?
Dude, it was...
How expensive was everything? Like
Stuff
the
was pretty
memorabilia
crazy.
stuff. Like
Stuff was pretty crazy. There was very expensive swords and shields and
like real
leatherware.
swords.
Real swords.
Real swords.
Yeah, there's like a lot of kids just like walking around with like weapons and shields. Like, dude, this is nuts. It was
Like
it
King
was,
Arthur sword.
it was a really weird experience actually, because it was the strangest like filter of pop culture I've ever seen.
Did you like it though?
I enjoyed myself.
I would have definitely gone like as Frodo Baggins.
Yeah, there's a lot of hobbits.
Was there?
There's a lot of hobbits.
I thought,
There's like green cloaks.
Dude, I know me and you talked about it. We thought like, or you thought that like they would be insulted by you going as a hobbit.
Yes,
But there's a lot of hobbits.
a lot of hobbits there.
A lot of hobbits.
Lot of them.
Barefooted?
No,
Oh, okay.
most people with like Nike running shoes. Like one of the boys I went with,
Bunch of Air Maxes.
Y'all know Lyndon. Shout out Lyndon. One of a big
Yes,
listener to the
sir.
podcast. He went and he had just like regular tennis shoes on with his
Nice.
sick ass outfit.
Yo, what'd you
Nice.
wear?
I wore pretty much what I wear right now, but I had like a peasant's tunic on of some sort.
Okay.
Nice.
I was trying to get down like I would have been because everybody likes to be like, well, if I
How was your
like
mindset going into that though?
I was very open to it. I think that's what helped.
No, did you get like medieval time mindset? Is that was that your mindset going into this?
Yeah, man, I went full in.
You went
I
full
did get
in?
separated from my phone for like 3 hours. So it was like I was just like
No.
walking around these
Y'all
merchants.
should have let y'all's phone in the car.
Yeah, well, I had that experience for a while. I just like
Yeah.
walked around. I ended up in a gypsy's tent and got my fortune told.
Oh,
No.
what'd she
Oh,
say?
what-
Can you say it?
How was
Yeah,
your
I mean, I
fortune?
have some here.
Oh, she gave you a list.
Full, yeah, she wrote it down. By the way,
Palm
No.
reader or
one note right there. It says,
No, she had the globe.
if you
She had the
look
globe.
at that, Zach,
The
it
little
says own. What is that? What's that say?
Snow
Boss.
Own
snow
boss
globe.
With $2 signs.
with $2 signs as the S's.
Says what?
Some gypsy lady
Boss.
from East Europe.
She
wrote
said
down-
you're going to be your own boss.
Yeah, well, I drew the Queen of Stabs, which is
You're your own boss.
that's like big business, big
Big-
business
big
opportunities coming
business.
this year. But then
business.
So, dude, I mean, I'm open to the magical thought. I'm not, I am known to
You're
come
not
up-
against it,
as an ordained reverend.
right?
Mm.
I am like more open to the spiritual thoughts and in the world of magic. And
Speaking of that, are you going to do your own wedding? Which is your
I
ordained
should.
reverend?
I
You
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should.
That
Dylan,
would be
repeat after me.
awesome.
You gotta say it twice.
Now I will start to repeat after myself after this. No.
It's just gonna get weird for a second.
So I mean, I'm not like big into like fortune telling's real and stuff like that, obviously. But I am like, whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
there could be something to it.
Right.
I hope there's not anything to it because I drew the two worst cards.
So you're not a superstitious
No.
person,
Yeah.
are you?
I drew the two worst cards in a card reading
What
to
is
the
it?
point where the lady telling my fortune literally went when I drew the 16.
Oh.
I drew 16, which is called the Tower.
What is that?
He's fucked.
He's
She tried to make it out.
so
Very,
basically, you're going to become your own boss, and then
Dude,
like
she had to
your
start-
tyrants is going
she
to come
started
down
a new
burning.
note for me because when she drew 16, she wrote 16 Tower, and then she wrote worst card. But then she was like, nah, I don't really like that.
She probably didn't
wrote
wanna be the one to tell
heaviest
you.
Card.
Okay.
She said,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It also
So
could
what
mean
does
things are-
16 mean?
The Tower is referring to the Tower of Babylon.
Okay.
So it's like the whole thing could be coming
Oh.
crashing down on me.
Tough.
So basically, you're going to become your own boss, and it's going to come crashing down on you.
Right. But then I drew the second worst card as my fourth card, the Two of Knives.
What does
It's
that
like
mean?
Death.
Baggage, clean some baggage out, stuff like that. I got a lot of baggage to clean out.
You got
I
a
was
rough
like,
future, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
It was wild. But
Already?
I drew the devil too. I drew the devil.
Dude,
The
Dylan.
devil.
What?
I drew the
You should have never walked
16
in that tent.
I know. And dude, I freehand picked them. Like they were spread out on the whole table, and I'm just like that one.
I would.
You picked three of the
scared?
worst
Three of
cards.
the worst cards in the whole.
I would
thing.
be. I would be very anxious.
Well, Dalton's a superstitious person anyway.
Yeah.
But she said that. Listen, now the lady did tell me I could take all of this as like, look, just heed some warning. There's some
Maybe
things
it
you should
isn't.
be watching
Maybe it's
out
what
for.
isn't gonna happen.
True. Maybe.
Maybe.
This is their not fortune telling.
Yeah.
This is not what's going to happen to you. No business. things aren't going to come falling down on you. She said the double was a good card though, so I don't know.
It's probably
She said
coming.
that I'm
How does that work?
She said it's probably because I'm mischievous. Let me tell you all the weirdest thing that happened though during that whole thing. Okay,
All right.
she was doing this whole like, it's like an act, where they're like reading things about you based on like your like features and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, I'm not lying. Before she started doing that, my earlobes started to burn. And I went, man, my ears are kind of hot. And then she went, I can tell by your earlobes that you're. I was like,
No.
Like
yeah,
it's
for real?
like simultaneous.
Yeah.
No shot.
She also jipped me out like $15 for a tip. I don't know how that happened. By the end of it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I gave that woman like $20 extra. So she just could be a really good con artist that's very good at like getting
Right.
money off
Maybe.
people.
Do you believe in that kind of
Probably what
stuff?
she is.
I mean, recently, Dave, I've been on a big magic journey.
No,
Okay.
that's yes. You're on a magic journey, but do you believe in that kind of stuff?
I mean, like I said, I'm just kind of.
You're going down a rabbit hole of magic, but
Well,
but do you think logically?
My
it is
honest
correct?
opinion of it.
Yes.
My honest opinion of it. I think that stuff is real to anybody that believes it's real.
Absolutely.
I think anything like that, ghost, all that stuff, it's very real to the people that believe it.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's real to everyone. But to some people, yeah, I think that stuff's really real. I think some people do get a crystal and go, this does make me feel very smart and more energetic.
Yeah.
A piece of salt.
Like
this piece of Himalayan salt does make me feel calmer. I don't know if it's true.
Like a chiropractor.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I know people with like,
Bo's big believer in
Hey,
chiropractic.
I'm
Dude.
a big believer.
I know people that have legitimate, needed back surgery,
Yeah.
went to
gotta have it.
chiropractic, and that ended up helping. And I think there is a part of that your brain can.
I know people that
pick
don't
up.
believe in chiropractors. I think they think it's bullshit.
Hey, I believe in it. Big believer.
I need
I
to
go.
go.
I go frequently.
I need to go back because you got bad back.
Terrible.
Bad back.
Probably one of the worst. And
All this
I'm a
lady's
big believer.
S's
Not
are
a good bet.
dollar signs.
Man.
Yeah, because you're paying her a shit ton of
She
money
just
for giving you
robbed your
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
It's a payday, bro.
I did get this cool notebook though.
Curious motherfuckers walking there
That's
and
From
cool.
pay
a,
that.
from a leather workshop. There's some leather workshop.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
man.
Dylan. You're a wielder of your own fate.
That's what she. I mean, like she said this stuff ain't. She's nothing's ever set in stone.
Don't-
Before we get off the
Really?
Ren Fair though, dude, I did get to see legit real jousting. At first they were
Yeah,
just
how
doing,
was that?
It was nuts because at first they were just doing like challenges, like use a sword and get this ring off this thing, or like hit these certain targets with a sword. And then I was like, well, I guess this is all they're doing. And they're like, and for the finale, and then the two guys put on their like helmets, full armor. I was like, dude, they're fucking about to actually joust, aren't they? And they did do 5 rounds of it.
No shit.
Hitting
Did they
each
hurt
other.
each other?
Dude, they were hitting each other hard.
That's
Like,
awesome.
One guy got hit right there, like in that
No.
little soft spot. I was like,
You didn't see anybody get knocked off
no
the
one
horse?
got knocked off the horse. I was like, it would be
Kind of rooting for it.
You gotta be sick. You gotta see a guy gets knocked off.
Yeah. Awesome.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, it was sick. That was the cool. You're right on Clydesdales too. Like
Oh.
humongous horses and just full speed.
That'd be awesome.
Holy
Yeah, it was
cow.
nuts.
That's
That
like
was- that was
that.
the coolest
What? No, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. keep
The
going.
worst part of Ren Fair, I will tell you that.
No, I'm trying to
Oh.
think of the actor that I'm talking about the movie. You know exactly what.
Oh,
movie
the
I'm talking
king, Timothy
about. Not
Chalamet.
the king. Not
What
jousting. Like riding on a horse.
Oh,
jousting,
I know what you're
with,
talking about. And the guy gets his head knocked off, or
play
gets
the Joker.
Like, cut.
Play the Joker.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger movie. But that his
Knight.
joust.
It might be called the Knight.
His joust like splinters.
Yes.
Like into
It
him.
goes in that guy's throat.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it's called the Knight. I could be.
I
Look up
don't
Heath-
know
look
why
up
I
Heath
couldn't think
Ledger.
of a Heath Ledger.
Look up Heath Ledger. It's one of his. I mean, he died. He didn't do that many movies before.
They
Succumbing to the
RIP.
dark, the dark side.
Well, he died right after the Dark Knight.
Was it the
It's
Gladiator?
a Joker. No, he's not the Gladiator.
Oh.
That's
I don't
Russell
know if
Crowe.
Heath Ledger was
Oh,
an adult.
same person.
No, worst part of Ren Fair though, dude. They have these terrible, like, like comedy acts. It has just like it would be like 2 guys though on the stage doing like prop comedy with like using like 1800s English,
Ugh.
and it was dude legitimately miserable to
Cringe.
listen to.
Was it cringy?
Yeah, horrible, dude.
Really?
Horrible. Except when they did the rated R show, there's this one guy, this little court judge. He'd walk around and goes, "This one's rated R though. It's naughty. It's a bit naughty though. Don't bring your kids. It's a bit naughty." And I was like, I like that guy. That guy's funny. But the guys who were on stage were abysmal. Abysmal, dude.
Oddly enough, I heard from a very reputable source, Eli,
Yeah,
that
shout out
there
Eli.
was no alcohol there.
No
Zero?
mead. No mead.
You That's interesting.
Did you get turkey
Seriously.
leg though?
No, dude, the turkey leg line was legit. There was 3 turkey leg stations. All 3 were, dude, 50 people at them all. At
No
all time.
shit.
Like
I'm-
big turkey.
So you didn't eat
Huge turkey
anything.
legs. I had a funnel cake.
That's not medieval.
Which I was watching the jousting tournament, and luckily I was
my
beside my brother
God.
Eli, who's been on the podcast before.
Eating a chicken wing.
He was. I don't know if he was eating anything at the time, but I was eating.
No, I'm talking about when he's on this podcast,
Oh,
like
it was
the,
one of the
not the
first
history.
ones.
Yeah.
That he was back there.
Oh yeah,
Smash
back there eating
Burger.
chicken
yeah,
wings.
chicken wing.
Gas
Wingman.
station chicken wings, by the
Chicken
way.
wing guy.
Shout out Wingman.
Yeah, Wingman.
No, I had a funnel cake, dude, and it was kind of windy outside. Halfway through like the jousting competition, I just looked over at Eli and dude, all the powder, like half the powdered sugar, just blown off of it and was just caked all over him, dude. I was like, how nuts would it have been if I was just beside a stranger, just eating funnel cake and just sugar, just eating this guy. Dude, I was like, what a impolite food to be eating at a jousting competition that's outside. Yeah, it was nuts. It was
So you had a good time?
I did. I had a great good time.
Good.
It was a weird place though, dude. It was strange.
Love it.
But dude, let's what else have I been on? Dalton, are you afraid of AI? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
AI.
I mean, I'm not.
Before I stop you, because I'm gonna get, I have it screenshot on.
I'm
my
not
phone.
very enthusiastic about
I know
it.
because I saw a tweet of yours recently this week, and it was like a guy tweeted. I don't know if y'all saw this. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
So there,
I
okay,
don't.
good. Because there's a tweet this week that some guy posted. And it's like one word that comes to mind when you hear AI, and all I saw was the one reply from Dalton that just said the apocalypse.
I didn't know you saw that.
I did. It was just randomly on my feed.
It's all for the world to see, bro.
Dalton
I didn't know.
said-
Everybody can see it.
I didn't know. Yeah, but I didn't
But
know. Like, it was a comment.
Well, yeah, it's because like
I didn't know
sometimes-
comments just pop like
well,
that.
sometimes like on your feed, if you don't follow an account, they'll be like, "Here's a comment from your friend on this account."
Some other guy stole my actual word. What did he say? It was
Doomsday.
It was like something like apocalypse, but it was like another word for it. And that was like literally the first word that came to mind. And I was like, well, I guess
Dystopia.
no, wasn't that. First of all,
You think Dalton's thinking of that word?
Come on.
I mean,
Come on,
I
dude.
was trying to give you
Come on, man.
I was going to say.
You give him the benefit of the doubt,
all
but
right,
still.
all right.
I can't remember what he said, but it was something like that. And I was like, oh well, same shit.
So you're so scared of it though.
Oh yeah, that shit freaks me out.
See, I'm actually a part of the other part. I don't think it's going to be as big as it.
You think it's
If
being
people are scared.
over-exaggerated?
What do you think, Boze?
You heard Elon Musk.
Man, I think it's going to do like some of the simpler tasks. Like
People will do
we kind of
anything
already
for
have
money.
it there. Like a chat bot is
Yes.
essentially like a very watered down AI.
You're right. I don't think it's going to come to an extent where only send your kid to trade school like that extent.
Right.
But I
Right.
think, like, I agree with you. It's going to become very simple, small task. I'm not scared of it at the moment.
I think it will be like any other technology eventually. I think it'll be like having a phone or computer.
I don't know, bro. They got like
we got to think about it.
restaurants.
There's already, I mean,
They got like drive-through restaurants and shit that are like already manned completely by like.
which is
Yeah.
fire.
I have had so many experiences at a fast food restaurant where I'd be happy to have no fucking face at that window when I get
Absolutely.
shit, dude.
Absolutely.
And it's on everything. I'm not saying of specific people or places, whatever. Every probably fifth or sixth time at a fast food restaurant, I'm really like, dude, what the hell?
I a burden?
It-
Like-
That's
why are
not.
they mad
That's
that
not.
I'm here?
That's not threatening to me, but
Yeah.
it just. I think it's. I'm saying I think it is gonna get like more advanced.
Especially when they get a gun.
Especially because like people do everything for money and stuff. Like all these people like Elon Musk and dude, Amazon.
Oh,
Jeff
Bezos?
Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos doing all this stuff with like trying to go to
Jeffrey.
space and stuff. Like
He got a new wife.
they'll do anything to make money. So like advancing AI, and Elon Musk already said that he thinks it's gonna like pretty much be to a point where it's gonna like everything's gonna be controlled by AI.
Yeah, but okay. So here's the thing, and this might be I might cut
That's
all this
fire.
out.
I
This
can
might
play
be
golf
deep.
all the
This might
time.
be a little too deep. I think that's already being done for most people.
Absolutely.
I think most people, the decision making and the things being taken care of is already happening for you, and you won't even notice this. Like you already have people providing you water and power and a
Yeah.
food, and like most people's job is just to go get the income to afford it.
Yeah.
Now that might be a challenge for some people, but like for most of us, I bet you won't even notice it.
But
I
a
mean,
lot-
all,
You got-
all
you
this
got-
stuff that's already being taken care of by people you don't even see.
But you also got to think about it like, and I agree with you 100%. Like, most people have zero thought process anymore.
Oh yeah,
Because
dude.
you have your either phone thinking for you, your computer, whatever. If you don't have an answer for something, there's no go find it yourself. There's typing it into a search engine,
Yeah.
and it finds it for you. Like there's no thought process in the world anymore.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
True.
are just like
The-
very narrow-minded right now.
The way I think about it
Not
though
narrow-minded,
is
but narrow-sighted.
automation and artificial intelligence and all that stuff has already taken over so many jobs.
Mhm.
They'll never stop.
Yeah, but the job that stuff that I think the jobs are taking over, I think a lot of those are jobs that are not actually sought after either.
right.
There's a lot. There's
Not
ton of
sought-
jobs.
not
There's
sought
ton of
after.
open jobs.
Not
right
sought
now.
after, but not everybody is in a position in life where
Dude,
their
we're all
job
gonna
is
be-
sought after.
dude,
They're
listen,
trying to pay bills.
Dalton, quit arguing with them. All right.
I'm
Just
not
put,
arguing.
you're just going to put on your VR headset. You're going to sit up. You're going to hook up to your tubes one day. And you're going to sit down and go, I'm never getting up from here.
Dalton's
I'm waiting for
The
it.
damn
Dalton's-
give me the
metaverse.
headset.
Bro.
Dalton's definitely gonna be a Fox dad.
Yeah.
100%.
There's nothing wrong
Fox
with
dad.
Fox Dad.
Nothing wrong. Fox mom,
That sounds awesome.
big deal.
You don't want to be a Fox mom.
What's a Fox?
Fox
dad?
mom
Like a
smokes
dad
cigs
who just
inside.
has Fox playing in the background.
No, Fox mom smokes
Not
cigs
listening
inside.
to it. It's just a guy on there. It's just like,
I thought y'all were making like a cougar reference or something.
You know what's like
No.
scarily accurate though is like y'all remember the movie Wall-E?
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's kind of coming. To
We could all be
fruition.
in a floating chair.
It's kind of coming to fruition. Like
All those
kinda
old
get
They
all,
liked
all
it,
the
though.
responsibility.
All those
dude.
old movies.
That's the
are
only
awesome.
part they never really harp on too much on Wall-E is they do that because they fuck with it hard.
Oh,
The
dude, they
humans
love
are
it.
like,
Yeah, we chill.
I need to ride around here.
I'm gonna go give me a Slurpee and like just hang out. You know.
Speaking of Fox and some dude, the political news right now, it's back to being the way I want it. Funny, just funny stories. Biden fell again. He like lost his balance last week and then fell this
Bro
week.
took a
Do you know what the
tumble.
one of the story?
Hard. He fell hard
Speak-
this time.
Speaking of Fox News,
Yes.
Fox News, that's always running in our break room
Right.
at work. Always. That's
gut-
the only thing that's on TV at all
Are they ever
times.
playing just Gutfeld?
Do what?
Gutfeld, you ever see Gutfeld on there? He does the
Yes.
night show, like the nightly show thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always running. Like I walked in to go get some coffee today in the break room, and one story was Florida man, a Florida
Nope, there we go.
Florida MMA fighter wrestled alligator. That was the storyline, and they talked about it for 30 minutes because I walked in. 45 minutes because I walked in and get another cup of coffee. It was still on the
Still
TV.
on the
Still?
gator.
Still on the gator.
What a guy, by the way.
What a guy! MMA fighter wrestling a gator.
Animal.
It's pretty sick.
Animal dude.
We always have like the cooking show, and then on the other TV we have sports.
Where do you work?
Like-
HGN Sports.
It's like we got two TVs. One of them sports, and then one will be
The cooking
Yeah.
show?
like Top Chef or something.
like Food Network.
Yeah, like
No,
Food
it's
Network.
always Fox News in my work.
Yeah.
Always.
We don't
Yeah,
really- we have news
political news. I guess we're not getting into politics, obviously, on this show. None of us are any qualification. To say.
Absolutely not.
But I am qualified to be like Donald Trump repeatedly calling Ron DeSantis Rob on his
It's
social media
so
page is the
Rob,
funniest
so
shit
fucking
in the
funny.
world, dude. I don't know why. I laugh at it every time.
So
He's
fun
just
because
like-
he knows. He knows.
Yeah, he knows the name.
Trump back on Twitter is awesome.
It's very funny.
Speaking
I
on the
love
way
it.
to
It's
work.
always funny.
It's really entertaining.
Speaking
always
on the
funny.
way to work, saw a homeless guy the other day,
Yeah.
and most of the time,
Tough.
like most people just want to look the other way. But
Yeah,
this
right.
guy was twirling his sign, like doing
Really?
tricks with his sign.
No.
Showman.
Like
No,
a
he
little
was a
Caesar
show.
scout?
He was a showman, homeless man.
Yeah.
That's and like I was like, that's definitely a guy that I would give my money to. Roll down the window, gave him a couple dollars
Should
and
have.
cash out of my wallet because he's working for it. That is like
he's a busker.
eh,
He's busking.
dude. Like I was like, this guy, like he could probably make it somewhere. Also saw another homeless guy. But he was rolling down the road.
Right.
I didn't want. I wanted to give him money too because he took his bike, took the front wheel off, and attached the front of his bike to a grocery cart,
Whoa.
and
Wow.
turned his bicycle into a buggy. In the
Oh, I
front
see.
of it
He
was
just
a
kept
grocery
back.
cart.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that guy.
sick.
That'd be ingenuity.
That's
That
homeless.
guy going places.
That's
Yeah.
homeless ingenuity if I've ever seen
You
it.
had to
Yeah.
have some ingenuity to be out there on the streets like that. dude,
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
Especially in
Yeah.
Memphis.
Like that guy's like I thought to myself was like
yeah.
I thought to myself like that guy could definitely go somewhere.
The funny homeless people, I like them.
Cleveland, we had some wild ones. We had this guy who
Dude.
just wore giant rear view mirrors on his glasses.
Dude, when I was living in Pensacola, there was I have it on my Snapchat memories. It pops up all the time. It was a dude holding a sign. He was just like sitting there. He looked so bummed out, but his sign was so funny. It said "too ugly to be a pimp" or something like that.
I do like that one. Dude, you know what I don't trust? Speaking of dog not trusting AI, there's something in that Prime drink. Jake
You
Paul,
think so?
Dude, there's something up with that.
You tried it. I was with you with the
Not
first time you
good.
tried it.
It's not good.
Wasn't
No, you
even
tried
tasty?
the orange one, right?
Yes.
You said it was first of all too sweet.
It's too sweet, and then it had like a
Like
cheap
there's-
Gatorade aftertaste,
and it
like
said-
powdered Gatorade aftertaste.
And it says like zero calories, right?
yeah, 0 calories and 0 sugar, and like
There's no way because I tried it
Can't
too,
be good.
dude. It tasted like it tastes like syrup.
Right.
Like it tastes
Yeah,
super sweet.
it tastes
Yeah.
like the closest thing I can put it is like when somebody's dad would make the Gatorade for like travel
That's
baseball.
exactly what I'm about to say.
And they would just put like a shit ton of powder in, then
Yeah.
mix it.
No, right.
Just like
That's,
shook it.
that's exactly what that
bottom.
was.
That'll ride.
solid.
That'll
I
ride.
take a picture real quick.
When you
Yeah,
open
keep
it up,
going.
yeah, you're good. When you open it up, it's just like water. I don't know, man. But I don't trust this stuff because it feels like it came out of nowhere.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Prime
Don't know.
drink. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like
Jake
Jake Paul's
Paul's
drink.
I don't know. Never heard
Ri-
of it.
It
no
just says,
way.
like, Prime.
No, never.
Literally
No
no, way.
shot.
There's no.
I've never
Dog,
heard
that's
of it.
insane.
I've never heard of it.
It's
Dude,
like
it's
probably the most
literally
popular
fucking
drink in the
everywhere.
world.
That's why.
right now.
That's why I'm like a little like, what is up with this?
Yeah.
It's everywhere, dude. I think it's like the vaccines. I think they're putting it out. I think they're making people drink Prime.
They might.
Dude, my kids at school were obsessed with it.
Dude,
Obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
I've never
Like the
seen
younger
it.
generation
Dude, kids would
loves
bring
it.
like 5 of them, just hand them out to their boys.
Yeah.
Like, here's Prime.
Yeah, here's a Prime.
You really haven't heard of it?
Never.
Wow.
Never seen it.
I'm
Never heard
really
of it.
surprised. It's in gas stations. it's
I mean,
everywhere.
dude, if Jake Paul's the one that like created this thing, you can't trust it.
No,
You can't
dude, yeah,
trust
he
it.
literally just not too long before that, huge crypto scam.
Yeah.
Huge, like one of the
Huge.
biggest.
NFT.
Yeah, it was NFT. Sorry,
Actually, that was
no, I'm talking about the crypto service that they had.
Yeah, dude.
The NFT he still has.
Scam.
that was
like,
Logan.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah,
But, like,
this might be
dude,
Logan
hey,
stuff. I don't know, man. The
it's
Paul
his brother,
brothers.
though.
It's hard to keep up
They're
with
the
those.
same person.
It's hard to keep
One's
up.
just a little better at boxing.
Which one?
Jake.
Jake is better.
A little.
I think Jake will beat Nate Diaz.
Nope,
and
nope,
I don't
nope,
even
nope,
like saying it.
nope.
I don't
Nate
even
Diaz will
like
win.
saying it.
Nate Diaz will
I don't
win.
even like saying it. And I'm only saying this because I watched today, I watched Nate Diaz some videos from his camp. Ooh,
Come for blood?
him throwing punch gloves does not look good. He's like hunched over swinging because Jake's ready for a boxing match.
Yeah, he's
And
a
I
boxer.
don't know if Nate Diaz is ready for a boxing match.
They got
what I
they got a
missed.
few more months.
I'm kind of I think Nate Diaz might lose.
They got a couple months.
To
Yeah.
to Jake
Jake.
Paul?
I don't know, dude.
I don't think so.
Nate.
Jake's not a
not
bad
knocking
boxer.
Nate out.
He's not, no, that's,
no,
That's the
absolutely
thing. That's what's going to be hard.
How
about
old
it.
is Nate Diaz now?
He's 30.
34-ish?
I think 35, honestly.
34, 35.
But the
We're
the
not
hard-
getting an argument of saying fight
Yeah.
somebody in boxing your
Jake,
own age,
though,
but fight
Jake's
somebody
really
in boxing
good.
your own age.
Jake's really good at boxing though.
No, he is good.
And
no,
Nate-
he is.
I don't know, man. I think Nate might be a little bit.
And he has a
but
stainless steel chin.
there's a Nate has a stainless. Nate can't be knocked out. That's gonna be what's hard about it. But I think Nate's there for a paycheck.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I don't think he cares about
everybody
winning.
that's been in these Jake Paul fights have been in there.
I
for a
don't think they
paycheck.
care.
Yeah, they want the
Yeah,
money.
the only one that was a little bit worried was Floyd, and that's why he did an exhibition fight with Logan.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like out of all these celebrity
Yeah, but if
fights,
he wins, he gets paid more.
but also
Whoever
Mayweather
wins.
has
Yeah,
never
but-
lost a fight. He's never lost a fight. He's not going to lose a fight.
True.
He's not going to take a loss.
Nate though, I hope not because I love Nate Diaz,
I want Nate Diaz to win.
and I hope Nate Diaz doesn't see this. He beat my fucking ass. He called me saying shit like Nate Diaz, dude, is scary.
Did you see that Jake Paul's reporter talking to him at that press
Yeah,
conference?
and he was like,
He was like, "I'll fire him, Nate. Don't worry."
Man.
Jake Paul was like, "Don't worry, Nate. I'll fire him when we're done."
"No, he's awesome." Dude, crazy sports story this week. Nutso sports. There's two. I have two good sports stories this week.
There's a bunch.
There is a bunch, but there's two really fun ones. Number one, Alabama's baseball coach. What
Bro.
an idiot,
What
Yeah.
an idiot.
dude! So do y'all know how he got caught?
No, I don't know that.
So okay, maybe that's just what broke the full story. Is what just broke because this was like I said, I read it on New York Post 2 days ago, and they that's so tacky to say. I have to stop saying that out loud. Yeah, reading the New York Post last week. Madonna's got a penis actually. No, they were telling the Alabama story though. This coach and he so college baseball betting is like astronomically low. There's like almost no bets that go in for college baseball.
Zero.
Right.
I start off the year. Speaking of college baseball betting, first weekend of the year, I sent my slip to Boze.
Parlay.
I won like fucking $300 on that bet.
Nice.
Hit it.
Well,
Hit it.
so it's really rare
Then it
for,
was a heartbreak
for
after
college
that.
baseball bets go in.
Right.
Ohio, the state of Ohio, on the day that this bet was put in by the Alabama's baseball coach, 0 bets for college baseball had gone in. Or no, 0 SEC baseball bets had gone in that day in the whole state, bro. The whole state. One went in.
And he was the one?
One bet went in.
Oh
No
my
shit.
One bet went in
God.
for an Alabama under and an Alabama loss.
No shit.
And they were playing that same day. And so the betting committees were like, well, let's just take a look at it. Not thinking anything. too
Who this
crazy
one
going on.
bet is.
Right. Checked it. Found out it was a guy from it was a it was a guy in Ohio who had made the pick. They went a little bit further into it just to see what's going on with him. One phone call had been made that day by the guy to Tuscaloosa.
No shit.
And the coach.
Yikes.
So then there's a little bit like, let's investigate this a little more. They let the NCAA know. The NCAA got his phone records. He had one call going to Ohio before the game.
Dude, what an
He was
idiot.
What
the
an
guy.
idiot.
What an idiot, dude! Got just got literally red-handed putting bets in for his team to lose and hit the under.
Dude, that's like you're making so much money
Mm-hmm.
coaching. Like, what's a
What is
$1,000
that?
parlay?
Dude, his
Like, what
bet
is-
wasn't a lot. It was not. His bet was not even a crazy
So,
bet. He
like,
didn't
do you put that in the
$500,000
same
on it.
category, like making that much money, like Calvin Ridley? Like, do you put that in the same category as a coach compared to a player?
Dude, the problem with Calvin Ridley is the problem with the coach is that
Because Calvin Ridley was just a $1,500.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah,
which,
I know, but
which is nothing to him.
I
by
think
the
a
way.
coach should be
nothing.
punished more than a player.
What is the difference between a player making a bet and a coach making a bet?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong
No.
with betting if it's not your own
Right.
team. Like if that coach from Alabama would have put like, Mississippi State money line and
Right,
college
nothing
baseball,
wrong
which
with
would have been the dumbest bet ever, by the way. We were awful.
So you think it's
But-
frowned upon just to bet on your own team?
Correct.
Which I
I
agree.
think it's wrong.
I agree 100% on that.
I think it's
Yeah.
wrong.
So you
Especially
don't
to
see
lose.
any wrong.
Yeah.
So you don't see any wrong in it if you're betting against like on any other part of the sport.
No, I don't think there's
No.
anything wrong with it. It's like Pete. That's the gray area Pete Rose is in. Pete Rose is like
Absolutely.
he was caught betting on his own team.
P. Rose should be
But
an Hall of Famer. He's not.
Also, but in Pete Rose's record though, there is not a single bet, and they found the bookie's book from it. Like both his bookie, the bookie that was taking bets from Pete Rose.
talking
had
when he
two
was a coach?
books. Yes, they have no. I don't even know if they have proof of him betting as a player. I have to look into that. But the book had no bets put in by Pete Rose for the Reds to lose. Not a
Really?
single one. His whole time at the Reds, he never placed one bet that his team would lose. So that's a little bit of a gray area for me. Betting on your team to win. I mean, there's a.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Like
Charles Barkley and them were all doing it.
if you're going to talk that
Absolutely.
noise, if you're going to talk that
Yes.
noise, like my team's going to win today for sure,
I'm gonna
which
put
a
it-
lot of players do. Like, and then, like the common public reaction is, well, put your money where your mouth is.
Right, exactly.
Okay, bet. Like I will.
Yeah, I'll put $1,000.
Like, how many people do you think players and coaches actually do that? Just haven't got caught.
Oh, a
More than you
ton.
think.
I think a lot.
Yeah, I think
lot.
it's a dude. And I've
Because
always,
who else knows the game better than somebody that's playing the game?
Exactly.
well, I've always heard the NBA too. That I heard it's rampant in the NBA.
oh,
That's like almost. I think it's almost not
Like as of today too.
maybe less.
More
Today, but I know
90s,
like Jordan and like Barkley and all those days. Like, dude, those guys were all betting on
They
themselves.
say that's what got Jordan's
that
dad
would
killed.
had in trouble and killed probably.
Yeah.
maybe
He was
that's
betting on his own son.
That's the conspiracy
No,
around it.
no, Michael Jordan got
Was
his
be-
dad killed.
Oh really?
Yeah, because he was gambling and apparently owed a bunch
I mean,
of money.
Jordan isn't known.
No,
for
I
it,
knew
so-
that, but like, was he gambling on basketball?
Yeah.
I think it was
Yes, he was
Just
and-
gambling in general.
There's like, yeah, I mean, he was a big gambler though. No, I thought that Alabama story was nuts. Just getting
That
caught
is
like
nuts.
that, just red-handed
Man.
caught too.
What are the odds?
And your whole career's over. Like you don't. Coach,
No,
you
yeah,
don't
no.
coach college anymore.
You're
Oh,
coaching
man.
high school baseball for the rest of your life.
I don't know. He could still have a chance. I feel like.
Not as a coach, not a head coach in college football baseball.
Oh no.
No.
No shot.
Worse things have happened. And
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
like not.
Like you freeze.
Maybe like JUCO, like where there's no betting exposure.
And there's no nuance to the story. There is no like. There's no like. Well, it could have been this. It could have been that. No, there is. He put a bet in on his team to lose and hit the under.
right.
And it's like there's no.
But
ifs,
that
ands,
that
buts
was
about
his
it.
fault. He bet on
Yeah.
his own team.
Right.
That was his
Yeah.
whole fault of the whole
Right.
situation.
Dumb.
The
Dumb.
other.
That's why we're calling him an idiot. is
The
because
other-
he bet on his own team.
The other the sports story I had was also another idiot. Eric Lewis, referee Eric Lewis,
Yeah.
is
Dude.
sitting out of the NBA Finals this week. I think we all got to see the
what
story.
the burner.
Dude.
Caught with the burner. Caught with
Yes.
a mean little burner too. Do y'all know what the name was on it?
Uh-oh.
Blair Cutcliffe. Don't know why. Blair
Man,
Cutcliffe.
what?
It's not a name.
And
That's not a name.
they literally, dude. I have a picture. I'll put it up on. I won't put the whole picture. I have a whole picture of all the tweets in one giant thing. I'll just show y'all some of them. I'll put some up on the screen because they're so funny while we're talking about this. Because, dude, he was in people's comments, blatantly defending him, like himself. He was like, Eric Lewis. That's not Eric Lewis. Like just a random Twitter account being like,
Dude.
y'all got this. That's not even Eric Lewis. And it's like, brother, who knows NBA refs good enough to be like, y'all got that's not Eric
That
Lewis.
ain't Eric.
And then like people tweeting like LeBron's 86-0 when Eric Lewis is officiating, and then they're like, and then he the tweet, this Blair Cutcliffe tweeted under that. It's like, what about this game against Memphis Grizzlies? It's like, why would
I
this
found the one.
Why would
you know?
this random Twitter account just be like, I know the lineups from the ref lineups from all these basketball
Yeah,
games.
that's too much.
Yeah.
He would also defend. Dude, he went hard on Lakers fans.
Really?
Hard on them because they were all blaming the refs. And he's like, or it's because you're playing
Like,
the
I
number
saw
one
a
team in
story,
the
but I
nation
didn't
and y'all
dig.
suck.
I saw the story, but I didn't dig deep in the story.
Dude, dude was going crazy on Twitter, dude. Like literally right after the game would just be spazzing in people's threads, just like, I think you're taking a little bit or giving too much credit to the refs here. LeBron missed a dunk and a layup tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, dude.
It's so weird, man. Like he's old.
Yeah,
Like,
old. He
he's
is
like
like
in his
60s.
late 50s or 60s.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Yes.
dude, go spend some of your grandkids, bro.
Why
Like,
do you care?
Stop. Get off Twitter.
Dude, I get it, bro. I get hit with a comment every once in a while, one or two, but it's like you can't
Can't pay attention to
you
it.
can't pay
Yeah.
attention to it. You literally can't.
No shot.
Because if you do go to Twitter and you do go to these comment sections, you're gonna start feeling bad.
Like
No doubt.
Matt.
Well, what's Lakers Nation saying about this game?
Yeah, right.
And it's like they're all
Like with the comment
cussing.
thing, like Dylan's one of his favorite podcasts, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast.
Yes.
Matt is constantly telling Shane Gillis, "Do not look at
Yeah,
comments.
do not look at 'em.
Do not look at them.
Don't
Like
look at 'em.
because all it is going to either be heartbreak, make you mad, or
it's gonna put you in
all
a
the
negative
above.
spiral.
All the above. Like it's going
Yeah.
to put you in a bad mood. So just don't look at them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, dude.
don't acknowledge them.
Yeah, I got hit with one this week. I should brush it off.
Just brush it off. Exactly.
The guy who hit me with the Brendan Schaub one, that one sticks.
That's
one-
just that was good.
That was a good one. That was a good.
That was good. That was
That
good.
one, that one has stuck in the back of my head.
But it's good though.
And every time I see a Brendan Schaub video, I'm
But you
like,
got to respect it.
he isn't funny, and I do kind of like him if I.
But you got to respect it. You got to respect
Yeah,
it.
it's a good comment.
Good comment.
No, dude, that's crazy though.
Those are good two good sports stories.
Those are
I will
great
say.
sports stories.
I will say.
Those were also obviously. I know I got that from the New York Post because
Yeah, right.
those are very New York Posty.
Yeah,
And, like just
absolutely.
rumors and lies and well, we do have a segment here in a bit that we're going to do with Dave. Dave's got a segment for us this week.
Yes, sir.
I do want to talk real quick about the one other thing I saw on Twitter before I go into anything else. I'm sorry, I gotta talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is up with these restaurants where the theme or bars where the theme is being mean and rude?
Oh,
why is that a
dude.
thing?
The Karen's Diner.
Dude, there's all
Yes.
kinds.
Did you see the Karen's
Dude,
Diner?
I did see
I
that.
saw a bar video of two guys getting tequila spit in their mouth and then slapped hard,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
wasn't a strip club.
That's in
It
Florida.
was just a regular bar.
That's in Florida.
Dalton's definitely had
Yeah,
that
I've
happen
seen-
to
yeah.
him.
That's in
Don's definitely taking
in
it.
Miami.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
That one's in Miami.
Dude, that made
Dalton,
me
how
mad.
many?
That made me
You
mad.
definitely had
I
a shot in your
do.
mouth, haven't you?
No,
Spit in your mouth.
never once.
Dude, if you
So
are-
you're not appealed to any of that.
No, I'm not into it.
Look,
like that.
I'm not saying that there's not a time and place for stuff like that. There are. It's called strip clubs.
Absolutely.
If you want a like alternative experience to this the normal bar and restaurant experience, go to the strip bar.
Right.
Like, why do we have to have restaurants?
There's a bar in
where it's like-
there's a bar in strip clubs.
yes,
Dude,
yes.
the Karen's Diner kind of killed. It was kind of funny.
You think it's fun? I hate
That
it.
one was
I
funny.
hate it, dude.
Just cause it was like they named it Karen's Diner.
It-
and it was
like,
like some,
first
it
of
was like
all-
some girl who looked like a Karen.
First of all, all
dressed
right.
up like a
my
Karen
my
or
whole
something.
point in like I agree with you 100%, Dylan. My whole point of it is, say you go to a regular restaurant.
right,
What do you do if your waitress or waiter is rude to you?
right. No tip.
Not either no tip or you tip them bad,
Right.
Like because
None.
that's what they deserve.
I don't pay them for the food.
Like yeah, but and if you come back at me in the
Outside it.
comments saying that that's all they live off of,
Right.
then be a good fucking waiter or waitress.
Right.
So like
What's this relationship now? You're just being
Yeah.
mean to me.
yeah, exactly.
I
Like-
tip you more because you call me fat.
What's the place?
Yeah.
The meaner you are, do you increase your tip?
What's the
Like,
place
Yeah,
called
right.
where they write on the bag and they put it on your head?
I don't know. It's in the
It's
beach
one of
area.
those-
I know exactly.
Yeah,
what
put
you're talking
dunce
about.
caps on people. It's
Yeah.
like, where are we as a society where it's like, all right, let's get a good meal on vacation, guys. Where are we gonna
Yeah.
go? Let's go to that place where they call you fat and idiot and they steal your food.
It's kind of the
that's a great
same
idea.
It's kind of the same concept as like cock and ball torture.
Whoa.
Oh,
What have you
I
been
don't,
into?
I don't think that's
No,
the
no,
same
I'm
concept.
just saying, like,
but
What have you been
No,
into?
no,
lately?
definitely, because it's like a
now
it's
tell
like
us about it.
it's like
What
an
is that?
it's like an unorthodox. It's like an unorthodox approach to
Yeah,
like
but I'm
the
at-
natural.
But
To
I'm
foreplay.
But I'm at dinner.
No, like
but
even
I'm at dinner with my family. That's in the bedroom, right?
there's your
I'm
short.
saying-
I don't want to watch people. All right, I get what you're saying.
There's
but
your short for the week.
I don't want people like. I don't want that to be a thing that I'm trying to get like while at dinner.
Like
Like
you,
I like being dominated so much. I'm gonna go to dinner.
yeah, but some people do though.
Yeah,
I know, but dude, like,
but like why
that, I
can't
don't
in the
think,
restaurant setting?
yes,
Like,
and I
do
don't
people
think that's
get-
good for you.
do
to be
people
doing
actually
it
get-
at a setting like
do
that.
people actually get turned on or like
Some people,
find
no,
a
some,
feel-
some people,
find
it's
it
meant to be funny.
appealing to
It's meant to be funny.
be humiliated.
I think there are some weirdos that are definitely going.
But
in
it's
there
meant to be
and
funny.
getting their rocks off. On
It's
it.
think
meant to,
so?
I think there's a lot of people going into it for the fun of like that's
It's meant
just
to be
a show.
funny.
That's just a show.
It is supposed to be funny, but like I don't want to. I want to pay for if I'm going out to eat. I want to pay for a nice restaurant. Have a good waiter
Boycott
slash
'em.
waitress.
boycott these
Yeah,
restaurants.
But, like-
we're calling it.
Like, all right, Boze, do you find any appeal in that in those restaurants at all?
No shot.
No
I want
shot.
good food, good service, and I want to leave.
Right, exactly.
I'm not trying to.
I
sit
want to grab
there.
a couple beers.
Yeah.
I want to grab a good dinner and then go on my way.
Yeah.
I almost
go on
don't
my
like
way.
when they sing "Happy Birthday" at a restaurant.
Oh.
Oh,
There's
imagine,
a part of
dude.
me that is annoyed by like
Dude,
when somebody comes
imagine
in and is
happy
like, happy birthday, and I'm like, oh
No, dude, but imagine like those restaurants we're talking about right now. Imagine a happy birthday at those restaurants.
yeah, you fucking old now, huh?
They just beat. They absolutely.
You
They
ain't
just
far.
beat the crap out of you outside.
Yeah.
They're like,
You ain't got long.
Meet us outside real quick. And
Yeah.
the whole staff just beats the
It's probably the last
crap out
one.
of you.
I
Happy
don't know,
fucking
man.
birthday.
You won't be back here next
I
year.
don't know. I just don't think it's good for you to be. I don't know.
It's
This
not.
part-
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
good
not
for
good
you.
for you.
Don't take your kids.
No, dude. That's what the annoying part. It seemed like a whole family. It's like y'all want to see Dad get belittled.
Or the kids even.
Oh, and Skip and Shannon.
They broke up.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
It's because I read into it.
I
Thank
don't
God.
care for either of
I
them.
also said that.
Thank God.
Really?
Also
I
said-
like Shannon.
I like Shannon.
I
I
do
don't
too.
like Skip at all.
But Skip's got the Skip and Shannon broke up, but
Nah, but I'm team
Skip's
Kwame.
staying.
yeah,
Right.
Skip's chilling.
Skip has a big say in who he brings on in this next coming show.
So
I'm Team Kwame,
I
bro.
read about it. I read into it. Kwame.
I'm Team
Dude,
Kwame.
He had a jaw. take,
Kwame
though.
came back hard.
He's so funny, by the way. He
Yeah.
is literally so funny. No, so I read into this whole thing why Skip and Shannon probably broke up. It's because Skip. So when Shannon was signed off from First Take, because he had already had a show that was the same like
Format.
sphere and format as First Take,
Right.
right? So or as Skip and Shannon. So it's like he left ESPN because Fox told him that he would have a lot of say in this new show,
right.
and he would have things that are centered around him. Well, then he found out how Skip Bayless runs a show, and this is Skip's show. And to be fair to Skip, as much as I think he's a dirtbag and he really says some shitty stuff, nothing will ever like the whole tweets he had about when the guy or when the Bills, what's the name? Hamlin
Lamar.
collapsed, like that stuff. Yeah, that should tell you what this type of guy is. But to respect him, the amount of time and his resume that he has, he does deserve to have a show that he has control over.
Yeah.
All honesty,
Dude.
But Shannon has now become more popular than Skip.
Absolutely.
Thanks to social
Dude,
media.
Skip hates
the
it.
funniest
Exactly.
videos I see of Skip is him arguing with himself with old videos and present videos. They're so fucking funny. Like it was an Aaron Rodgers
Right.
this week. I saw one. It was an Aaron Rodgers. One of them was him saying that Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer, and one of them is saying it like basically having Aaron Rodgers back, saying like praising
Right.
Aaron Rodgers. But it's just those videos are so funny to me. But I've also seen this week a lot of people wanting a Stephen A. and Skip reunion. I don't want that.
No,
I don't want
no,
that.
No, you know what I would be down. Now that you said this whole segment he did with talking to himself,
Yeah.
I'm super cool with a show called Skip, Skip, and Skip. And it's just it's like 3 different recordings of Skip talking to each other.
Right.
It's just Skip arguing with himself.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I would
I'd
all
watch
day.
That better than more
All
than any
day.
of the shows.
I would watch
love
it
a
with
show.
Steve. I would watch it with Stephen A. too.
It's Stephen A's podcast is the best.
Oh,
I don't know if
dude.
y'all tuned into it.
I
at
have tuned
all.
into it
He's
not
nuts
much,
on
but
there,
too a
by
little
the way.
bit.
He is so blown away by like comments and shit like that. It is so funny. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched any of it, you need to.
Yeah. But also you can tell like Stephen A. still doesn't really get podcasts.
No.
Like I've listened to very little, but like the what I've listened to, like I feel like he still doesn't understand podcasts,
Dude, especially when I guess his producer was like, let's do a live episode.
Yeah.
And then he was just like reading chat.
Yeah.
And he's just like, why are they asking me these questions?
Yeah.
It's just because random guys.
I like JJ.
JJ?
Dude, JJ's good.
I like Reddick too. I heard he was
Dude.
up for some coaching conversations.
I like JJ. I like
knows
JJ a
game.
lot. Kendrick Perkins pisses me off.
KP?
KP pisses me off so
Kendrick
much.
says some really good stuff, and then every once in a while he'll go on like a week tear where he's just like, here's this awful take that I have, and I'm only going to talk about it. He does it all
Right.
the time.
Right.
Him and Boogie, or Booger, on NFL.
What are you talking about?
I'm just like Booger is a lot like Kendrick Perkins, where they'll have like a take for a week that they'll just like harp on, and it's like, this is the worst take.
You know, it'd be a really good show if I thought. It'd be a really good show.
Booger, by the way.
If they remove one person,
Who?
Keyshawn, J. Will, Max. Leave Keyshawn and J. Will. Remove
Yeah.
Max Kellerman.
Yes.
Which
We've
I
already talked about
cannot.
this.
Yeah,
Max
I
should be
cannot
boxing
stand
only.
Max Kellerman.
Max
Leave,
Kellerman
stay to
kills in
boxing.
boxing, but
No, great boxing
everything
commentator.
else sucks.
But I cannot stand him as a sports analyst in general.
I'm not big on Kellerman.
Yeah, because if you don't like
Yeah.
Kellerman, if you do go watch his box takes, like go watch his take on why Pacquiao's
Like
the best of all
I
time. You'll like him. He's
like
good.
I listen to Keyshawn, J. Will, Max every morning when I'm driving to work,
Yeah.
just for Keyshawn and J. Will.
I love Keyshawn. Keyshawn's
Yeah.
killer.
I wanna
He's
see-
always
Really
been a
is.
killer since he's been on that channel.
Yeah,
I want
he
to
is.
see Shaq and Chuck.
As
A
like a
show?
show,
Yeah.
I think that'd be
It would
really
be
good.
I think Shaq and Chuck would be
What do you think
awesome.
That'd
about
be good.
Skip and Skip though? Just
Skip.
a show where it's Skip.
Skip cubed.
No, it's just Skip arguing with himself.
Yeah,
Just a three-way argument.
I would
between
watch
Skip.
it.
I would watch the
it.
hell
That'd be
out of
good.
Skip, Skip, and Skip. All right, well, let's talk about, before we go into Dave's segment, we got to talk about the first game of the finals. Nuggets,
they did exactly
Dude.
what I thought they would do.
the number one team in basketball.
Absolutely,
Yeah, they're so
They-
good.
by far.
The big stage has not bothered them,
Nope.
Nope.
and a week off did not bother them. Neither one of those things bothered them.
Neither one of them.
The fact that it's their first time being there for 47 years, like, they were 100% like mentally and physically prepared for this game.
Yeah.
Like the coach, I know their coach made a comment after the game where he's like, "We just, the message was like, the Heat every series they've won is because they won game one.
Yep.
Like that's what
Yeah,
what
all 3 rounds they've won game
yep,
one.
Heat have gotten here.
So if
based
they
on
had a
game
chance,
one.
they had needed to win this game.
He's like, we need to not only beat them, we need to squash them. And
They
they
should.
did.
like
Yeah.
They shut
my-
down Caleb Martin.
Yep.
Caleb Martin and Strauss. Struess, thank you.
Yeah.
Dude,
Max.
they shut them down in two free throws.
2 free throws the
That's
whole
it.
game. The whole game.
That's
Dude.
crazy.
The fewest
Like-
in NBA history, finals history,
Bro, yeah, to a few finals history.
or the
like,
playoffs.
Yeah,
it's playoffs in general.
Right. That's insane. To like shut him down to that extent and like not have to do anything like, well, we'll just foul this guy when he goes up. So like none of that. Just
And like
squash
you can
him.
say, like people can argue this too as a like Nuggets being more rested than the Heat. 2 free throws is ridiculous,
Right.
And
Yeah.
also people are going to argue altitude changing.
Mhm.
They are literally going a mile higher than what they're
Right.
used to. But no, like the only thing that affects is that, which is go back to Jay Will. He said that this morning. The only thing that affects is going at higher in altitude is your legs. Your legs get heavier.
Yeah.
Your shot, it doesn't affect your shot, but your legs get heavier and your legs get more fatigued faster.
And,
Yeah.
and in playoffs though, that like a lot of tweets and things I saw were people saying, well, they weren't bothered by the week. A week off is, dude.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
3 or 4 days is good, like because you still stay kind of excited.
Right.
But dude, staying excited and like I need to be at the level of playing in the NBA Finals, not just like getting back
Yeah.
into playing basketball, but I need to be finals ready in a week and keep that mindset through a whole week, warm ups,
Yeah.
workouts, practice, and then and especially against a team that, no offense to the Heat, the Nuggets have to know they're way more talented than
Way more talented.
just leagues above them. You have Jokic like coming in first night, triple double. What is it, 27 points, something like that, 14 assists, like 10 rebounds.
No, I think it was
14
14
assists.
points. Or 14
Yeah.
rebounds, 10 assists.
I might have those backwards. But then you got Jamal Murray, 28, maybe more.
26, 28, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Just first night, just ready to go. It's I don't see. Now, game 2 will come out right before, or will happen right before this episode comes out. So I might eat my words here, but I think it's 4-0 sweep. I think the Nuggets.
I think that it's going to be 5. Heat will take at least one game, just because Jimmy will do what Jimmy does, is win one game.
True.
I don't know that I'm fading them. I'm fading Jimmy and Caleb Martin.
You're saying a sweep also.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a sweep. I think somebody might step up, but I don't. I'm fading Caleb Martin for sure.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in the finals. You don't want to be in a situation where I hope somebody steps up.
Would you be
Like,
there?
you can't be
Do you
there.
think it'd be a different story with Tyler Hero in it?
No.
The same situation.
No.
I think it's the same thing. No one has played a completely good season like the Nuggets have.
Yeah,
Especially Jokic.
And the Nuggets are actually healthy this year. Like they've been able to argue in the past couple of years them not being healthy going into the playoffs, but now they're actually healthy and they're proving that they can play
They're the
ball.
number one team in basketball.
Absolutely, 100%.
And I think they're trying to show everybody that this is how it's going to be for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's been a good play. It's been a good playoff, but I think it ends pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
I'll eat my words if I have to.
Hot take. I
hope it
think
does.
I think the Nuggets win in 6.
Really?
I
You think
the
he's
Heat
gonna
will
pull
take
off
2.
too?
You think he go back home and take both those?
I think they kind of showed a little adjustment. So I think Coach Spo may be the best coach in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
Arguably, yes.
And
I agree.
so I do think coaching makes a big difference. I think he's going to figure something out. And you kind of saw at the end of the game, Highsmith on Jokic gave Jokic a lot of problems.
I will say halfway through the third.
A lot of issues.
Halfway through the
Highsmith
third,
came out of nowhere.
Miami did start.
Yeah.
Like the run quit.
Kind of-
Like they kept quit going on runs. Nuggets
Right.
couldn't get a run going after third. There might be something to that. I would say, but
And I think
brother,
Jimmy
you gotta be ready to come out first.
I think
period
Jimmy
like that.
shows up 2 games, and Jimmy didn't show up at all last night.
No.
And
No,
I
he
don't
didn't.
think Aaron Gordon is as talented as what he showed.
Surprisingly,
last night
the only person that showed up was Bam.
Yeah,
That's the only
Bam
person
did
that
show
showed
up.
up.
Bam played a good game.
And Jokic,
And Highsmith.
Jokic
And
is not a
Highsmith,
good
yeah.
defensive player.
It
Like
was
a lot of
Bam
people
and
sleep on
Highsmith's
that
game.
because he's so good on offense, but Jokic is
Yeah.
a terrible defensive player. I think
He
Bam
is.
continues to eat the whole series, and I think you'll see some positive regression from Jimmy. I think they take 2.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
I was talking to Dave last night on the phone while the game was going on, and I was like, Nuggets have this locked in as long as Jimmy Butler doesn't play in the fourth or
Right.
doesn't have a good fourth. Because Jimmy does, dude, he's at that
Jimmy
level this
does
year.
what Jimmy
That's
does in the fourth.
That's what's been so nice about this season. I'm so glad that man has gotten, been talked about like a superstar that he is, because he does have it in him that if you got to be up 25 to
Yeah.
Right.
really get it away from him.
Yeah.
They were at like a 15 lead when I called Dave, and I was like, I mean, if Jimmy shows up here, it's a ball game.
Yeah.
But if not, Nuggets will take it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
Be
we'll
interesting.
see.
I'm tuning in every night because I think the Heat can do enough on the coaching side and from Jimmy and from Bam to make it interesting.
Absolutely. Which Bam honestly hasn't showed up really all playoffs.
I don't think
But
Bam's gonna be a factor
I don't.
the whole
It
series.
was last night.
He was last night.
exactly.
I don't
It
think
was
he's gonna be
last
a
night,
factor
but I
the
think
whole
he was a
series.
factor last night because nobody else was a factor last night.
Right.
So
Yeah, true. It could have been full. Well, I guess I'll take the ball.
somebody had to
Yeah.
score. Somebody
Right.
had to score,
Somebody
and,
has to
and
score.
Bam had to score.
Yeah, I agree.
But like you said, back to Joker, if Jokic was more aggressive on defense, Bam isn't scoring.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, yeah, if Jokic used half the athletic ability and size that he uses during offensive side,
and it's not
brother.
And it's not necessarily athletic ability; it's fundamental basketball.
Yeah.
That's what
He
people
does.
ca-
He does do some
people
bullying
call
under the
people call
the
him
hole.
boring, but he's not boring. He plays fundamental basketball to a T, which pisses people off. But also has got him 2 MVPs in a row.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you want to talk about like simpling your game down and making it just better at like the crucial points, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a great example. This
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't do much flashy shit this year.
yeah,
He played very contemporary basketball.
Yeah.
And he probably had the best season they've had.
yeah,
His whole career.
100%.
It
Oh,
might
100%.
it might be his best season he's ever going to have.
I think so.
Honestly, that might have been Jaren. Jaren might add a shot, a little bit better of a jumper that could get him scoring better, but I don't know if he'll have a better, well-rounded season where he was
Right.
pretty much his best.
I agree with
Just
that.
not healthy sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, you got what are we doing?
All right, we're gonna do just a simple yes or no debate
Mm-hmm.
on future NFL Hall of Famers.
Yeah, all these guys
And
except for one are
All of them except for one are active. No, non-active.
Retired.
One
active player.
one is about to retire.
About
so
to
2.
retire.
So you can basically say 2. Rest of them are already
We have
retired.
2 actives, 3.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
And
All
there's only one. No, there's 2 that are eligible for the Hall of Fame at the moment.
Okay.
right. 2 are eligible. They have
2
been on
are
ballots.
eligible.
1 has not been on a ballot before.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm ready. I'm excited for this.
And this is
Let's
just
hit it. I love it.
This is just a simple yes or no debate.
Okay.
And
Wish
I'm
I'll
going to
get
start it
Golden
off
Jackets.
super simple. This guy is eligible in 2025.
Okay.
He played for Seahawks, and he played for the Bills.
Okay.
Marshawn Lynch.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Super Bowl champion. Beast mode.
Just because he's Super Bowl champion doesn't mean he's
Beast
a Hall of
mode.
Famer.
Beast mode. He's one of the most dominant running backs in the NFL history.
I think yes, and not any fact of like dominance or whatever. I think it comes down to Super Bowl champion, big name. That's going to go to Hall of Fame. And
Yep.
well, I don't know, man. He's actually not that popular with the suit and tie world of the NFL. That could hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
He does have some like sponsors and ads. Like there's been some issues with him before in the past. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes though.
Dog's got a yes. Bose,
I'm gonna say no.
you're gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no. What you just said right there about the kind of the old heads, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the at the end of the day they control it.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
I think he's rubbed maybe a lot of the old heads the wrong way.
Canton is only it's
Yeah.
fully ran by like the old school NFL.
Experience
Mhm.
and not to say old heads, maybe I shouldn't say that, but like the more experienced
Right,
guys, veteran journalists. I think he's rubbed so many of them the wrong way. I think it's a no.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna move on to the next one. This guy, final season 2020, one of our favorite, probably one of our favorite wide receivers at some time. He's an all-decade team, first team All-Pro, and a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
That's his Hall of Fame credentials.
Right.
Larry Fitzgerald,
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
first ballot.
Yeah. First
First
ballot. First
ballot.
ballot. First ballot.
First ballot.
I don't know, man. They go weird.
He's
wide
eligible.
receivers get
He's
weird
eligible in
treatment on there,
20.
dude.
He's
T.O.
eligible in 2026.
T.O. did not go in on first ballot.
Mm.
Chad Bumpus didn't go in on first ballot. Not Chad Bumpus, but Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah.
Both those non-first ballot guys. Receivers get a weird thing, but I think Larry, not only has he been just like a very successful career, obviously, he is the opposite of Lynch, and he's played his cards perfectly too. He fits the mold for these guys in Canton. He will be in.
So you think so?
Yes, 100%.
Bose?
Bro's reading my mind over there. I think the success of his career and he's played his cards right.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets
Everybody
in.
loves him.
All right.
Yeah, he's got like the
Absolutely.
best catch rate in history.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
All right. And I take my word back on this one. This guy has been eligible since 2023.
Okay.
No. He
gained eligibility
this past year. So he's been a finalist once.
once. Okay.
So his final season was 2017. He Dalton and Boze like this because he also played for their team, for their favorite team. All decade team, first team All Pro, Super Bowl ring, Pro Bowl. Dwight Freeney.
Yes.
He won't be. It's going to take a couple more ballots. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Oh no, I'm gonna say no. Actually, I'm gonna say no.
Dwight Freeney?
I don't know, man. Dude, I don't think he's going. He's going to be in there with some really good guys that are going to get voted in on.
Him and Robert Mathis both will go, I think.
He's going to have to wait. It'll be a light ballot year. He'll probably get in. I don't think he'll be coming in the next two.
I think it might take a minute to get in, but something that the committee also looks at is like revolutionizing the game. And Dwight Freeney, when you think of the spin move from the edge,
True.
That's spin move and swim move.
you think of Dwight Freeney
Absolutely.
every time. Like
Absolutely.
No one used a spin move like
Yeah,
Dwight
true.
Freeney
No.
did. And, a lot of players in high school, a lot of players in college, like modeled their game after him. And
Absolutely.
that's a big deal for the Hall.
Absolutely.
And, dude, crazy productive career, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to believe that someone in the all-decade team doesn't get in because, bro, like,
That
So you-
should- that
so
should
you
be-
say-
that should be an automatic.
So you
in.
think he's going to be in eventually? Not maybe not soon, but eventually he'll be
probably
in.
not the next one, but yeah, I don't think it goes into the last, chance for the bout either. I just maybe he finds a sweet middle.
Right.
Because I'm going all in this on memory too. I'm pretty sure the last couple, like the ballots have been like loaded.
Mm-hmm.
They're like loaded right now.
Yeah.
And it's like with the MLB. It's some years you're gonna get in, some years you're not. It's just depending on who's getting those because a ton of votes are gonna go to certain guys.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I just think if you put people like like if you're gonna put people who they obviously say are future Hall of Famers like DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, if you're gonna put people like that in, you
You
can't
have
not
to.
put
I agree.
Dwight
I
Freeney
agree.
in.
If Von Miller is a 100% Hall of Famer,
Dwight Freeney is a Hall of
You're
Famer.
absolutely right, Dalton. That's a good point.
All right. So you are all on
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Eventually, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. This guy is finalist for 21, 22, and 23. His last season was 2015. He played for Kansas City and the Vikings, mainly Vikings.
Mhm.
So got drafted in 2005. Played till 2015. Has a first team All Pro, and it's a Pro Bowl. That's it on his credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Allen.
No.
That's probably my hardest take out of all of them.
No.
He again,
Another
a guy's
defensive
going-
end. Another defensive
a
end.
guy's does fit the mold for for Canton. No,
Not one Pro
No.
Bowl.
no Pro Bowls.
One Pro Bowl.
One
One
Pro
Pro
Bowl.
Bowl.
No, he has multiple Pro Bowls. Pro Bowls is in his credentials.
Oh, how many did it say he had?
He said one All Pro.
No,
He has one All Pro.
yes.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's close.
I think it's close.
You think
I'm
he'll
gonna
always
say-
be a finalist?
I'll say no. I'll say, dude, he has three. He has already three finalists with him on.
In the past 3 years, finalist.
He's gotten finalists 3 times. If the right ballot comes around, he'll probably get it.
I don't know. I
But
don't think
dude,
so.
if Free doesn't go in on his first one, man, and that's a guy that's going to stay on this next ballot, it's like
So there's too many better people.
too many better people. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that he doesn't deserve it, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that this
Not saying
time,
he's not good.
yeah, it's going to be a little while. If he goes in, it'll be a little while.
You can't put
Yeah.
everybody in there.
Yeah, I don't. Does NFL do what baseball does too? Do you have a certain amount of time you can be on the ballot, or does NFL doesn't have a rule
I
like
think
that?
there's a certain time you can be on there. Yeah.
Baseball is a little bit more brutal though, because baseball is with like you don't have to go on the ballot, but as soon as you are on the ballot the first time, your clock ticks.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
My next. So are y'all? What?
What is it about? Is that Boze?
I think I'm going to say no again because you kind of compare him to the other edge rushers that are either like on the ballot or can get in the future.
Not downplaying Jared Allen's career at all.
So there's a lot of really good players that haven't made it in the Hall.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against them, but dude, like Dalton said a little while ago, like the Hall is for like the
Top of the top.
best.
Somebody's
the
gotta
best,
get cut
the
off.
best.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
You've got to have a
You
cutoff.
think he's right
Jared
there?
Allen
At
had
that
like
you think that's right there at that border?
he had like a record-breaking season one
Yeah.
year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he did.
But I think he did it for long enough. And the one All-Pro is like indicative of if during that time that he played, if the writers thought that he was only good enough, like at the top of the the league to vote him in one time, I don't think the writers are going to all of a sudden say, yeah, he's for sure Hall of Famer.
And that means we're also saying that these 30 other guys, 29 other guys,
Yeah,
are they better Hall of Fame candidates? It's like that.
exactly.
And I think actually to go more into what Dalton's saying too, I think shaving guys off like Jared Allen is what makes the Hall of Fame elite.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that guys like Jared Allen, who is obviously more talented, or at least as talented as some of the guys in the Hall of Fame. But it's
Right.
like you gotta have the papers.
you got to have a cutoff.
You gotta have you gotta have a cutoff
Standard,
eventually.
yeah.
Yes.
My next guy, I'm not going to give too many credentials of him. I don't really think I need to.
Mhm.
The only thing I'm going to say he's a 6-time all first team All Pro, 2-time second team All Pro in the past 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Wagner.
Wagner's in. Wagner
Yeah.
has a paper and he's liked.
Yeah,
He's very much liked.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowls.
He's
yeah.
got chips.
He's
well
got All
liked.
Pros. He's got
He's
Pro
the
Bowls.
stats.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
got the wins.
Probably
Yep.
the best pass coverage linebacker ever.
Yeah, dude. He can cover. He can tackle. He can do everything.
I think Wagner's in.
Yeah.
I think Wagner's a perfect defensive candidate too. I think they love guys. They love putting one like when defense guys go into, you have to be a little bit of a namesake, like at least a little bit. Like your name has to carry a little weight for the defensive side.
Yeah.
Because it's really easy to tell somebody a receiver or a quarterback should be in. Because you can kind of give them like, dude, he threw fucking 10,000 yards in his career.
Right.
It's like, goddamn,
Yeah.
that's a lot. But with like, there's some guys, and dude, we all know like Fletcher Cox doesn't get a lot of sacks in a season.
Right.
One of the best defensive linemen
Yeah.
in the past.
So we're
20
all
years.
yes.
Yes,
100%
Bobby-
yes.
Yeah, I think
100%.
he'll be a first ballot.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's kind of a conversation, maybe a little bit. Steve Smith Sr.
Steve Smith Sr.
Steve Smith Sr.
No.
He's got the light points. The NFL loves him.
No.
They put him on everything.
No.
Yeah.
Not a Hall of Famer.
You don't think so?
No. No. 100%
No.
no.
He has
No.
Super Bowl.
I think he's right there at it.
Does he have a Super Bowl?
No.
No. No Super Bowl.
No Super Bowl. I think he's right there at it.
See, he's on an extreme though, where his namesake carries him a very, 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 very long way.
Yeah.
And he, like I said, and if y'all watch NFL films, anytime, like, dude, if he's at a practice, the camera hits him because the NFL loves that guy. They love him because he has a really good personality.
Yeah.
Does he have enough personality to get into the Hall of Fame? No.
Yeah, I don't think he has the numbers to back up. He's a great guy. It's kind of the same thing as Jared Allen, though.
Right.
Like, at some point, you have to create a standard. Like, Steve Smith Sr. was a really good player.
Right.
Was he an elite player, though? Like, enough to get in Canton?
No.
Probably not.
No.
Like, did he have a couple of years where he was elite enough to be considered an elite player?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he'll be on a ballot.
Yeah,
Like, there's nothing wrong
he
with that.
deserves to be on
Yes,
a ballot.
yes.
And he might get a couple of finalists.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm saying. The only way I see him going in is just because the writers like him. They do like him
Yeah.
a lot, and if a ballot's weak, somebody with a really good personality like that could get in. Yes,
Yeah.
could get in, but no.
I'm not sure if I would even like it if he did get in because it doesn't, like, Steve Smith Sr. now pops me as an analyst.
Yes.
And, like, I have, like, a few,
Great job,
like,
by the
good
way.
memories and fond memories. And, like, for sure, like, I remember seeing him playing, like, growing up.
Yeah.
There's too
But
many people you got to put him.
I don't
put in him.
exactly. Like, I don't associate him with an all-time great wide receiver.
No, I do, and I don't think he does either.
No.
I get a really honest. He goes like a lot into like how he had to work a little bit harder than other guys to stay on rosters, especially to keep a spot on a depth chart. Like he's really honest about there's guys more talented than me on teams and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I just don't think he had that much of a part of his game that just stood out.
Stood out
super,
either, no.
Yeah,
like
not,
Hall of
not
Fame.
a wow factor.
Yeah.
it was his
He wasn't a
mentality.
big. He
His
wasn't a big
mentality is
guy.
what-
He was kind of fast.
Right.
He
His
wasn't super
mentality is
fast.
what kind of gave him a little bit of an edge. Is like he did have I like his mentality because I like watching the videos of him talking to the young guys at practice. Where he's like, dude, you just gotta get out here and bust your ass, boy.
I just think there's a lot of players that like were before him or like around the same time him that you'd have to put in at the same time, like Deshaun Jackson, Joey Galloway,
Yeah.
a bunch of players like that.
No, I agree. I agree with you. I think he's borderline,
Deshaun.
and I think he's going to kind of be in the situation with Jared Allen. He's going to be a finalist a couple times. He's going to be on the ballot.
Really,
for
I feel like Deshaun Jackson would have
That's
more.
what I
of a-
just said. Yeah,
I
I
feel
would
like
be on a ballot.
I feel like
I'm sorry, I
Deshaun
just said
Jackson and Joey Galloway would have more leverage to get in before him
All right.
because of
Is
like
that- was
special
that your last one,
teams.
Dave?
Yeah.
I got one more.
Okay, before we do that, Dalton said one. Deshaun Jackson. Another situation there. Marshawn Lynch, maybe worse than Marshawn Lynch of actual like what his image is to the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Because he, played all of his cards wrong there at the end.
Yeah.
And made a
he
show
did.
of himself.
He did.
And that's gonna hurt. The ballot, they will not like him. Does Deshaun Jackson?
Yeah,
get
he.
in?
I don't. Oh. If he gets in somehow, it'll be because special teams.
He may be the second least liked player.
If Deshaun Jackson or somebody like that
Tanner,
gets in, it'll be because of special teams. The same thing as Devin Hester. If Devin Hester ever
Oh yeah,
got
he's in because
it would be special teams.
true. But Deshaun, he too big of a dirtbag there.
Yeah.
That's a shame. there's a lot of that
Sucks.
the Eagles team that played and a Hall of Fame year, but would not be
Yeah.
like
There's
McNabb.
some people
Man,
that'll get
I
put
liked
in.
watching him
There's
play.
some people that'll get put into the Hall of Fame because they were good special teams, like because they're good kick returners,
Yeah.
like I don't know Ted Ginn Jr.
Right.
and people like that.
Yeah. What was your last one, Dave? I'm sorry.
Speaking of, no, you're good. You're good. Speaking of, like Dalton says, special teams, this guy is probably the best special teams player of all time.
I can already tell you I
There we
disagree.
go.
No, you don't. No,
No,
you
definitely.
don't.
Definitely not.
Because he has a 91. He has the best accuracy of all time, or a kick percentage accuracy of all
Okay.
time, 91.1%.
Mhm.
Justin Tucker.
It's a kicker.
Does Tucker go in? Yeah.
I thought we were talking about kick returners.
'Cause we were talking
Justin
about,
Tucker.
when three come to my mind that I would say are Hall of Fame kickers from
Yes.
these generations.
'Cause I
it's
put that in,
Janikowski,
I put that in as a
Terry.
kicker because it is also hard for special teams to go in the NFL.
Yeah. No. To be fair, they only go in like one at a time.
Right.
So he'll probably be.
With a 91.1 best percentage of all time, is Justin Tucker a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Yes, but Vinatieri and Janikowski will
Janikowski.
have to go in before he does. Before he's even makes
No,
it to
I-
a final battle.
no, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do because there's just a lot of political like networking type shit goes on with the Hall of Fame, and if they put 2 kickers or more than one in dude, there would be uproar.
You talking about in consecutive years?
Yeah, no, like in the same year. Now, 'cause I think all 3 of those guys are 100% Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll put all 3 of them near even close to each other. I think Tucker will be the one that wait the longest.
No, Tucker will be a first ballot.
Yeah, I don't really.
I think it'll be
know.
a first ballot.
I
But
think
as a kicker, well, it depends on who.
Does he have the
no,
longest too?
it depends who's in his class.
Did
I don't.
No.
He's still active right now, so I don't know who's in his class. So it depends who's in his class, if he's a first ballot or not.
Where's that Palm?
I think he
He did. Tucker did have the longest. I think. At one
He
time.
still has the
He
longest.
does.
Yeah,
he still has the
it
longest.
right now.
yeah
Is
he,
that the
he
one-
just said it this past year.
65,
Yeah, before it was Matt. No, I think it's 66.
66.
Matt Prater had it before.
That's right.
Matt Prater.
So y'all both agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, dude, I don't think I've ever watched a kicker in my life. Maybe outside of Vinatieri, maybe not even then. I'm a big Colts fan, so this kind of hurts to say. I don't think I've ever seen someone like Justin Tucker, like when he lines up for a kick, I'm absolutely floored if he doesn't make it.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's crazy because kicking's like a losing man's game.
Yeah.
In a sense, like it's
Yes.
almost like baseball.
Yes.
You know, like. If you can hit about 80% every year, you're doing pretty solid. But
Right.
that's also missing a lot of kicks and extra points.
That's
too.
kind of like speaking of like fantasy. When you get Justin Tucker, you don't drop Justin
Right.
Tucker.
Never.
Right.
Never drop
Never.
Justin,
'Cause, dude,
Justin
look,
Tucker.
You can kick all the other 31 kickers. You can leave off.
Yeah,
But Justin Tucker, you can't.
you
can't
put him on
leave
your
him.
bench
Right.
if he is sitting that week, or if they have a bye week, you put him on your bench
You put
until
him
he
on
comes
the
back.
bench.
Being a kicker though too, like you're saying, that's why it's so crazy. Because with Tucker's doing what everybody expects kickers to do.
Yes.
He does it though.
Absolutely.
Because everybody expects like the normal job of kicker to like most people for some reason is like they have to make everything.
Did y'all ever watch
Have
the
to.
Sports Center little documentary on Justin Tucker?
Uh-uh.
How he's like got so many different talents and stuff. Like he plays the piano, plays guitar, does a bunch of like
He's a
He's
savant.
jack
What
of
a
all
guy.
trades.
he,
What
he
a
does
guy.
he like does a bunch of things
Wow.
like crazy
I
stuff.
watched one about Janikowski. I love Janikowski, dude.
Big fat man,
Steve
boy.
Hamburger Janikowski. Boy. I love Janikowski, man. That's my favorite
Big
kicker. of
big
all time.
boy, yeah.
Oh, dude, that was good, Dave. It was
Especially when he was in the highlighter
I like that.
uniforms.
I hope the dogs like that bit
Yeah.
Good.
when they were in those tight uniforms.
Dude, when
I
he was in the tight
Bro, when
highlighter
Jake House goes in
uniforms,
that
and he was like 260.
I hope y'all like my players.
No, I
I
think
I
those
loved
are
him.
good picks. I think
picked
those are
him.
all good picks. No, anybody got anything else though before we wrap this thing up?
I think we're good.
Oh, man.
Is that
I'm
another
all good.
Damn good podcast.
Yes,
good
sir.
podcast.
Recorded, brother.
Loved it. Loved
Brothers,
it.
dogs, keep subscribing.
Love you.